Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stationeers. Finally, the terrain update is out, and I think this is bar none the best opportunity for us to jump back into the game. In case you didn't know, I did cover this game on the channel before, but that was a very long time ago. A lot of stuff has changed since then, and the terrain is just one of them. Anyways, in case you're not familiar with this game, this is, I think, bar none the best survival game on the market right now. And unlike other survival games where, if you build a base in those games, that is just a place to store resources, maybe have some crafting benches and stuff like that. In this game, your base is your life support system. Without a base, you are dead. So building a proper base is super important and also super satisfying because it is a very complex system, and well, you will see once we get into the game. I think the closest I can think of is maybe Space Engineers, but in Space Engineers you are building ships and rovers and, well, some bases as well, but base building is not very complex in that game. Here it is super complex. I think the best analogy I can think of is Space Engineers would be a somewhat modded Minecraft maybe, but this game is a heavily modded Vintage Story. It's the closest analogy I can think of. And if you are a veteran of this channel, you should be familiar with Vintage Story already, so there it is. So yeah, tell you what, let's just go ahead and start a new world. Let me delete the old one, start a new world. Now, in this update, we no longer have randomly generated terrain. All the maps are now handcrafted, and yes, that also means that all the maps are now going to be the same for everyone, but since they are handcrafted, they are also I wouldn't say realistic, but a lot more believable, a lot more interesting. So yeah, I think all these changes are going to be all for the better. And all these are sorted by difficulty. Technically speaking, the game considers the moon the easiest place to start at, but I think the easiest would be Mars, because the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, so you cannot really harvest gases. But on Mars, there is a very thin and, as it happens, fairly temperate atmosphere, so you can technically use this to your advantage. But anyways, we also have Mimas, the Death Star looking moon of Saturn. This is very similar to the moon, except it has very low solar radiation, so here power generation would not come from solar power, it would mostly come from chemical fuels mostly. We also have Europa, the ice moon of Jupiter. Here the biggest obstacle would be the very, very low temperatures. And basically, for example, if you leave batteries out in the cold, they would get drained super fast. So that is not ideal. Then we also have Venus, basically the polar opposite. Here the temperatures are super high. The pressure is also super high, so right. Also, here the temperature is a constant 464. Even if it's nighttime, it will not go down, so that is a big obstacle. And we also have Vulcan, our original planet from the old series. Here the temperatures are a lot more varied. As you can see, it can go from 127 degrees Celsius all the way up to almost 1500. That's hot. But this only really happens in the summer months, and I think summer months are not really all that long. So yeah, it would be super hot, but not for long. But anyways, I do believe we will start at the early winter months, so the first couple of days shouldn't be too hard. But anyways, where do we want to start? I was very tempted to start somewhere else instead of Vulcan, but Vulcan is still my favorite planet, so I think we will go back to it. And yeah, in case you didn't notice, this place is orbiting a black hole, and the tidal forces are breaking the planet apart, and all the rich resources from deeper down have been brought up to the surface. So yeah, that is one of the reasons why this place is so hot. Okay then, so as I said, I think we will start on Vulcan, and we have 4 starting places that we can go for: Vestas Valley, Athna's Fury, Ixion's Demise, or Titus Reach. I have been looking at these in the pre-release version of this update, and I think I like Ixion's Demise the best. Basically, I think this place has the most open, flat terrain, and yeah, I think we'll go for Ixion's Demise. So yeah, choice is made. Next up, the difficulty. Now, usually I like to play on normal difficulty, but I think this time around I would like to go for the 30 days on Stationeers difficulty. So I think we'll go for that one. I think this is one of the requirements for that achievement. So yeah. Maybe once we have that achievement, I will go back down to normal difficulty, because the Stationeer difficulty will increase the, the nutrition rate, the hydration rate, and breathing rate even. And if we do manage to reach the 30-day threshold, then at that point, all these would be just extra busy work, not really a difficulty. So at that point, I think we can go down to normal, but I just want to see if we can actually achieve this. So let's start on Stationeer and later maybe go down to normal. And then we have the starting conditions. Now this is the big one. Standard difficulty, this will give us plenty, and I really mean plenty of resources. It will give us 2 big oxygen tanks, some liquid nitrogen for cooling, a full water tank with plenty of water, and a lot of different building resources. But we also have the brutal start. Well, in this case we only get a single tank of oxygen, a bit of food and water, a bit more in the box, a little bit of extra water in this insulated canister package, a production package, which basically just means arc furnace, auto lathe, and the resources needed to build the auto lathe, and that's it. For power, we get a single solar panel, the glass sheet to put into the solar panel, and basically 1 battery, a battery charger, and a APC. That's it. And obviously 3 potato seeds, 1 active vent, and some iron frames and some iron sheets. And you might be able to tell, we don't even get walls. Yes, we actually need to make sure that we gather enough resources and actually produce some walls so we can actually, encase ourselves, because we will start right at sundown or black hole down, and we will have 1 single night to build a base that is enclosed. If we don't manage that, then basically our waste tank will fill up and we will die. So that is something that we need to avoid. And yes, I think I will go for the brutal start. It has been a very long time since the last time I played, so veterans, I know you will tear your hair out the way I will play this one, but please be gentle. I am trying. It has been a very long time since the last time I played, and it has been such a long time that a lot of things have changed. So most of this stuff will be completely new to me. So yeah, let's just go for it. I am fairly certain that I will fail, but you know what? Let's go for it. And welcome to Vulcan. Okay then, first things first. After we land, basically we need to start mining right away. So there, off we go. And yeah, there was some oxygen in the capsule, that's why it caught fire. Oh right, and before we do anything else, I will lower the pressure in the suit. I think the common wisdom is, I believe, 40 kPa, and the temperature should also go up to 40 Celsius. So basically we are using as little oxygen as we can. Anyways, right now we need to mine because it is still daylight, and after it's nighttime it will be super dark, and obviously we need to take advantage of the little bit of light before we basically this black hole is going down, so we need to take advantage. Anyways, how much should we mine? I think maybe 2 stacks of iron should be a good start. 1 stack of copper should be okay. Also, yeah, I am basically mining a hole, which is not ideal. We really don't want to have, and that will do. We don't want to have chasms in the, basically we already have enough of these chasms already, so making some more is not ideal. Anyways, now we just need a bit of gold and we should be okay. Don't go overboard. Just enough to get us through the first night, and that's going to be enough. Yeah, that's going to be plenty. Okay, we can go back. And let's start building the base. So there's our oxygen tank, and there is our box of resources. Okay then, so you go back in the bar and right. Yeah, let's just start, yeah, right here. I think I will go for a relatively small base, maybe a 2x3, that will do. Also, let me just check. I think the sun will, the black hole will come up there, go across that way and set around that way, or there. So maybe it will go something like this. So I think I will put the solar panel here. So that is going to be the place of the solar panel, and I will have the door, I don't know, there. Okay, so that's a start. Then, where's the box? Where's the box? There's the box. We need these, and then we need to start welding this place up there. And quickly. Okay, that's enough. Next, let's take care of the production. So production is this one. Let's empty out this box. So we have the arc furnace, the auto lathe, and the resources needed to make the auto lathe. The auto lathe will go in this corner for now. Yeah, you can go right there. We need the iron frame, weld it in, and then we need the cables, in you go, and then the plastic sheets need to be welded in, is done. And then we need the screwdriver, and it's done. Okay, as for the furnace, okay, pause the game. So here's the deal with the arc furnace. In the earlier versions, I did manage to find a placement for it where we can input and receive the smelted resources without it outgassing into the base. I think it should still work that way, so I will build it that way again, and hopefully it will still work. So let's go for it. So I believe it will need to go this way, with those pipes on the back facing out of the base. You know what, I think I will put it here instead. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that, and then we need to take care of the power, which is right here. So let's empty it out. And there we go. So this is the solar panel. You will go right here. Put in the glass panel. It is now complete. The APC unit goes that way, correct? And then we need to open it there and put in the battery. Great, and turn it on. And then we need to start wiring things up. So there, and let's start wiring. Yeah, I'm sorry, I will not explain a lot of things at this very moment because I am in a bit of a time crunch. There. Let's just run this one through to the auto lathe. And there we go. Okay, start smelting. So iron goes in, and we need to start making some walls, and those are made out of iron, so we need to make some iron. And while that one is smelting, I will quickly... yeah, let's just bring the resources in. So you guys can go there, and... you know what? Let's just bring the box in. There. You can go there, and then I will dismantle the box, and it will drop all the resources on the floor. That's fine. In fact, I don't think I will use this box for anything, so I will just put it there for now. Doesn't matter. So we should have enough iron. We also need to have some copper for the door, so that is what's being smelted next. And let's just pick this guy up and start making some walls. Okay, so how many we need? Let me just calculate it real quick while the game is paused. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21, I believe. Let's see if that's enough. So you, please give us some walls. Iron, please. Yes, so 21 theoretically speaking. And some of these will need to be made out of glass. So, okay, we should have enough copper now, right? I don't remember how much I put in. I will let it go for a little bit longer. I will go out and I don't want to overproduce these either. 12. We need to pick up some silicon real quick. Okay, there. Okay, I will finish this one once we get back. For now, we need to go out and pick up some silicon because we need to put the glass windows around the solar panel. Okay, where can I find some silicon real quick? There we go. Quick. So we need, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, so we need at least 8 silicon. Where is the rest? There you are. Yeah, that's going to be enough. At least theoretically. We have some right here, that's fine. So, let's start smelting the silicon next. And we are out of power, that's fine. We can use, I don't know, the miner for now. So you put the battery in, okay, there. So start smelting the silicon, please. Okay, so, okay, the sun is coming up. That was way too fast. Where is the rest? There you are. So we have 18, give me 3 more. That's not the best moment to make some mistakes. Okay, and windows need to go here. There, that's fine, and obviously walls go on top. Okay, and then the iron sheets, let's start walling ourselves in. Yes, I am not counting for the door, we are in a hurry right now. I will deal with the door later. There, and the silicon. Where's the silicon? Give me the silicon, please. Fine. Just let me out. Okay, you. Please turn towards the sunrise. There we go. And that will let us out. So you, give me what you can. That's fine, I will drop the flares, I don't care about those. Not great. There we go. Okay, so please print me some glass panels. There. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. That's enough. it's already too late, but not as late as it will be later. So we are now enclosed. Obviously, far from ideal because it is super hot inside as well, but not as hot as it is outside. So there it is. Okay, so we are actually making some power now. Let's just replenish. Where is the other one? That's fine. Ah, there you are. Replenish that one, put it into that one. Also, where is the portable solar panel? Oh, it's in the inventory. You can go right there. It's fine. And charge this one. Okay, so you turn off. Unfortunately, it's too late to put in the door now, but at least we can make it. So can you please give me door kit 2? We need to put in this copper. There it is. Give me 2 doors, please. And let me just put some of this stuff to the side. So there's one. And one more, please. In fact, there we go. Okay, so we have 2 wall kits left, so we need one. No, sorry, no, we don't need one more. We will break that one open, and that will be enough. So that's fine. The floor is welded once already, so that's fine. Okay, you are done. Let's smelt some more iron. That's fine. Can you start charging? No, that's not it. That's empty. That's okay. You can put this one there. That's fine. What about where is the angle grinder? There you are. Yeah, this one needs to be charged. Not a lot, but enough. Sorry. Can go there, open, and you know what? Fine. This one is more charging. In fact, let's charge our suit battery instead. And let's keep adjusting the solar panel because unfortunately this one has to be done manually for the first maybe a week even. I don't know how long it will be until we have some automation. So anyways, the iron is finished. Let's smelt the gold next, I suppose. And let me check. Just go up a little bit so I can check. We are not actually burning the outgassing oxygen. That's interesting. Anyways, let's just go towards the black hole once again. A little bit ahead, so it will move towards the peak. So there we go. Also, don't drop this one, just put it away. Okay then. So we have the 2 door kits. At night I will put them in real quick. And then, can I put this one down through here? So if I try to... No. Although, maybe. Oh, we can even put the doors in. Yes, I am actually clipping the helmet through the walls. It is a little bit of a exploit, but you know what? Given the circumstances, I think it is understandable. So anyways, this one needs to be there, but not this kind of door. We are looking for... where is it? Manual hatch. That's it. Okay, you can go right there, and then we will put the other one where the wall is right now. Also, we will need 2 more iron sheets. Yeah, I think we will have enough, just barely. Yeah. We can switch this one back. Yeah, we are making good power right now. So, what else can we do? How is the gold? It should be enough for the time being. Let's just finish smelting this iron. So let's put all these guys into the whatchamacallit, the auto lathe, and we might as well start making the pipe bender. So let's make a pipe bender. No, not that one. The hydro pipe bender kit. There we go. That's the one. But only one, please. By the way, in case you didn't know, if you are trying to print a single item of something, all you need to do is get the printing started and then press any of these arrows, and that will put the recipe to something else. And after the printing is finished, the printing will stop and it will not print another one. That is why I pressed the arrow, so we only print a single pipe bender. Anyways, how are the batteries in the tools? That's fine. Let's just finish this one. Good. And what about the mining kit? That's fine. Right. Let's keep charging this suit battery. Okay, let's organize at least a little bit. Right now this place is a mess. So there and there. Yeah, the seats can go there as well. What else? Hydration critical. Yeah, that's fine. It will be a while before we can actually take a relatively safe sip of water. Also, let's finish smelting this iron next. You can go in the printer. This one is 1/3 finished. Yeah, thankfully the battery will manage. Okay, so that's finished. Let's finish the 8 copper real quick. And then we will finish up the gold. This one will go into the airlock, it's fine. This one will go into the airlock as well. And that's about it. Right, we will need this one for the airlock. We can put some of this stuff down. Yeah, the Atmos analyzer goes in the tablet. These ones can go on the floor. So you go there and you go there. Then everything else I want to carry around. So there it is. Okay. All right. How is the power? You are not quite. Yeah, that's better. Okay, go all the way down to that and turn a little bit towards the sunset. Not quite. That will have to do. Okay. Yeah, we are being blocked by this wall as well. I might want to turn this one into a window. Something to consider. Anyways, how are you? 90%. Yeah, let's just switch this one out. There we go. So you, 89%, 90%, almost finished. Might as well start hooking the placement up at least. So if we are going to have them face each other, then you will need to be here, I believe. Then turn and then hook into the existing network. I know. We might need to empty the waste tank into the atmosphere, but I really would like to avoid it if I can. Anyways, how is the black hole? Nowhere near done. Okay then, you go back in the inventory. You can be put up against the wall there. And we have the pipe bender. You can go right there. Yeah, that looks good. Then we need 2 iron sheets. So iron sheet, 2 of them. In fact, might as well print a bunch. They will come in handy eventually. Yeah, that's enough. And then at least 2 plastic sheets as well. So plastic sheets, please. Only 2. That's enough. Okay, then you guys go in the inventory. We have the cables. Are we about to open the base? Not quite yet. Although I think at this point it should be colder outside than it is inside. Yes. Okay, we can open the base. Good. So let's put down the walls. You go ahead and go there, and you guys there and there. Okay, and then wall ourselves in. Good. Okay, now that the base is open, we can weld up this one. So iron sheets, and then cables, and then, oh sorry, not that one. The iron sheets and the plastic sheets go right there. Good. And now we just need to have a touch of the screwdriver and it is done. Good. Okay, you can go back in the toolbox. Right. So next I would like to have another active vent, because right now we have one, but preferably we should have at least two. So you will go there, and this is what we will use to empty out the base. Also, we need to have some iron for this. Let's just put out the resources from this one. We also need some copper and the gold, so might as well put everything into the pipe bender and the iron. In fact, you know what, let's just put everything inside. There we go. So give me an active vent real quick, just the one. And then let's start printing up some pipes, which are right here. Okay, this one I will use to put the waste tank into. So I suppose you can go... You know what? Yeah, that's enough. Okay, I will put you here for now. But can I make utility kits? But first things first, let me quickly put this one. Ideally, this should be an insulated pipe. And then please give me a passive vent. Yeah, thankfully we didn't need to resort to making the poor man's passive vent. There. So there we go, and there. Very good. So now we can start evacuating the atmosphere from the base. The door, you will be right there, and let's weld them up. So welding torch, and that's it. Open the base, and that's it. Good. So, it's not too bad, all things considered. First things first, let's make sure the solar panel is... Sorry, that's the cable cutter. There we go. It is facing towards sun up, or black hole up. Sorry. It is 100 and... Let's just go for... Let me see. 90 degrees is going to be that way. Yes, let's just go for 160. I think that should be okay, because the black hole will come up around there. Technically speaking, the actual black hole rise is there, but it needs to crest over the hills, so the first time we will get some sunlight is going to be around there. Okay, can you please put out the silicon? That's enough. And I would like to have one more piece of glass. So give me some... sorry, let's just search for sheets. There we go. So yeah, give me two. There we go. Turn off, off, you come with me. And then we will replace this one and this one with windows. Okay, and the angle grinder, where is it? There you are. Yeah, don't worry about the health, we will be fine. So there, and we will use these to make windows instead. So there and there. And then we can put in the iron and then the glass. Good. So now we should have more view of the sunset. So that should be fine. And this one is off. Okay, that is the only excess battery we have, unfortunately. Fine, let's just keep using one of these. That will have to do. So you turn off and everything else is off. Good. Okay, should we start evacuating the base? Not quite. Let's just put a piece of pipe here and a bend here. Can I make the utility kits? So utility pipe, yeah, this one. Let's just make 2, just to be on the safe side. So quickly. Basically, we can use these utility kits to put inline tanks on the pipes, and that will increase their volume quite a bit. So let's just make one more. So for example, right now, if we take a look at this pipe, it says the capacity is 20 liters, but they are done. If we put one of these big inline tanks, then this pipe network has a capacity of 270 now. I don't think I need to tell you that which one is bigger. So that's fine. Let's hook these active vents up to the power. Yeah, sorry about the heavy breathing, but unfortunately it has to be done this way for a little bit. There, and you know what? Yeah, let's just keep this one there. And we are okay. So hopefully, yeah, the black hole should come up relatively soon. You can go wherever, I don't care. You can go in the corner, please, so you don't fall over. And I think I will preemptively put this guy here. Yeah. Okay, so what is the state of our waste tank? So take this one out and let's take a look. Yeah, right now it is oxygen and CO2. So also, is it heating up? It is heating up. Okay, close. Don't want to let the hot air in. So you will start venting, charging. Yeah, you can go there, I suppose. So what we need to do right now is first, oh right, we have some food on us right now. Close this one and start. Do we have power? Yes, we do. So let's vacuum this tube out. Is it okay? Yes, okay, it is now perfect vacuum. Then we open our, oh sorry, no, not this one. Empty that one. Yeah. Stop. That is going to be for our waste gases. This is what we need to empty into the atmosphere. So inwards and vent. And the vent can actually take care of it. Yes, it can. Okay, so this is now vacuum. You turn off and open the waste tank. Okay, that's good enough. It is very, very hot, but at least it is not wasted. So that's good. Let's put this into the bank. The tank. So there we go. Let's turn this one into a vacuum, and we might as well just eat now. So close. Now, basically, if we breathe the atmosphere of Vulcan, it is super toxic and it will damage us quite a lot. And also, if we are going to open our suit in a vacuum, that will also damage us, obviously, because, you know, vacuum. But it will not damage us as badly as the Vulcan atmosphere would. So if you want to eat right now, we can do it in a vacuum. So let's go ahead and do that. So off and off, that's good. Okay, then let's unlock our helmet. Let's put the food and the water in our hands. And let's go for it. Open helmet and eat a drink.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Cognition low.
And close.
Pressure.
Ugh, not great, but we have to do this one. Anyways, we should still have a little bit of atmosphere here now because our suit was vented. Yes, let's just put this one in here that way. So that is fine now and off. Okay, you know what? At this point, I think we can start vacuuming the base out. So let's just go ahead and activate this one. Yes. Okay, once we have a vacuum in the base, then the radiation from the black hole will not be able to heat up the base because, you know, if there is nothing to heat up, then there it is. Okay, I think we can put down the water and the cereal bar. Great. And you know what? For the first couple of days, this is not too bad. Obviously, I think we could have done better, but not too bad. Anyways, that one's full. This one empty. Let's switch them out. And the what about you? The handheld tablet. That's fine. And the grinder is it's fine. Okay, so what's next? I think unfortunately I didn't go. Oh right, we have the oxygen tank outside, but thankfully it is insulated, so it will not heat up as far as I know. So it should be safe. Although we're running low on oxygen. Let's just quickly stop this one. Close. Quickly bring the oxygen inside. Not ideal, but has to be done. There, and jump back in. Drop, close, and vacuum. Good. In fact, open and keep vacuuming the base. So theoretically, the oxygen should still be 15 degrees. Lovely. Yeah, in case you didn't know, insulation in this game is pretty much perfect. So anything that is designated as insulated, it is actually perfectly insulated. Walls, I believe, are not perfectly insulated. I know that windows are definitely not perfectly insulated, so we definitely need to turn this place into a vacuum. Anyways, let's keep chasing the black hole. Yeah, I think, you know what, no. Let's just go for 90% for now. That looks good. Then, what do we want to aim for next? First things first. Yes, this is where we are storing our waste gases right now. This is basically, our waste gases. Okay. How is the atmosphere in here? It is still not quite there yet. We still need to do a little bit more work, but okay. We lost the nitrogen, the pollutant, and the volatiles should go away any second now. After that, it will be perfect vacuum. And it is done. Okay, we can turn this guy off now. This base is now vacuumed out. Very good. Anything that's left outside? Okay, you know what? Might as well. Sorry, I know. Exploiting it, but I don't care. I just want to put this guy, I suppose, there. Okay, so what do we want to do next? So we have taken care of our waste gases. Next, I think I will go for the furnace. Can I make the furnace? So we have iron and gold in here. I don't think we have enough iron. So the iron goes, I believe we need 40 maybe. The furnace is a big one. So let's take a look. Furnace, arc furnace, no sorry, not the arc furnace, the other one. The furnace kit. This one requires A single piece of iron. Seriously? Not great. Okay, let's start charging the suit battery. And yeah, let's just fill up the oxygen tank. You can go right there for now. Let's just turn this one in a way that the oxygen port is easily accessible. Yeah, it's good enough. So let's recharge our oxygen.
Tank critical. Oxygen low.
And that will do.
Oxygen critical.
Okay. Basically, I just put this one in. It equalized with the big tank. And that is what we need to do for the time being. Okay then. How is the black hole? Okay, we need to orient this one a little bit more this way. Yeah, this much. Once again, I allow it to catch up, and then in case I forget, we will have more time in peak. Okay, so next up, the furnace. Unfortunately for that one, we need to go out and mine because we are completely out of resources. Yeah, let's just finish smelting the gold. And it is still not lighting on fire. That's interesting. Basically, different ores have different gases trapped in them. And as it happens, gold, it has a bit of oxygen trapped inside. So as we are smelting it, it is outgassing. And as we have established, oxygen will light things on fire in the Vulcan atmosphere. And I am surprised that the outgassed oxygen is not lighting up a small fire right now. Oh well. I don't really mind. And this one should be finished fairly soon now. Okay, I think we can start moving this one down a little bit more. Yeah. In fact, might as well just go for 30%. Sorry, it's 30 degrees.
Power low.
Power low, yes, I know. Okay, there's the gold. Can I maybe make the electric printer? Electric printer, yes I can. Can I put it somewhere? Not really. Until I expand the base, I think we are pretty much cramped right now. Yeah. So first things first, in the evening, we will go out and mine, primarily for iron, and then we will, yeah, might as well take these frames with us and place them down before we set out. Also, we have 2 pipes. For now, I'll just put these guys here, I suppose, so they are not, you know, just lying around. Also, we need to be super careful because wrench is the thing we need to deconstruct these frames. And if I deconstruct this one, that will allow the outside atmosphere to come in. And that would be kind of counterproductive, to say the least. So anyways, this one is charging. The black hole is slowly setting. Okay then. Anything else we want to do before we set out? Not really. Okay, let's switch these out. Let's just try to charge this one as much as we can. Everything else should be charged, so that's fine. More or less okay. This one's fine. And that's it. Okay then. So, how is the black hole? Still not quite there yet. We will not need the iron sheets just yet. Yeah, this will do for now. So we have 12 of these. I think I will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. So basically this will be an not a Right now this airlock is basically jutting out of the base, but if I place some frames here, then it will be an indoor airlock, technically speaking. Anyways, I think at this point it is low enough that we can go out. So there, we don't need to vacuum, just open and we can go. Good. So let's expand the base a little bit, at least the footprint of the base. It will take a little bit of extra effort to actually expand it properly, but let's worry about that later. So yeah, let's just go and mine mainly for iron. And basically everything else, but main focus is iron. But you know what, since we have some gold here, might as well. Okay, I think we should be more or less okay. Now, where is the base? I think it is this way. There's the landing capsule. By the way, did I take out? No, I didn't take out the food. We want to do so. First things first, let's make some room. Good thing I remembered. We need to take out, because this is very, very precious. So there and there. We do not want to lose these. Okay, and the base is right here. Good. Oh, and we have some coal right there. Okay, I did pick up some coal while I could, because we will need that for the first alloy, which is going to be steel. Anyways, let's vacuum this out. And that's good enough. Open. And, oh, we still have plenty of power. Okay, first things first. Let's make sure we are actually facing the right way. And that should be okay. You guys can go with the other foods. That will do. And let's start smelting. So, we just need a bit of iron to finish making the furnace. So, furnace. You already have it set, right? No, that's electronics printer. I didn't make that one, that's fine. So, furnace. So we just need a single piece of iron. That's fine. There it is. Thank you. Also, first things first, where is the... Oh, there you are. There, and there, and there. Okay, so iron goes in, and let's start printing the furnace kit. Good. Next up, the iron is finished. Let's do the next batch of iron. Yeah, this base is starting to get a little bit too cramped for my liking. There. So you can go in here, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, this is a big one, so this will print for a while. Now, as I've said, I did pick up this coal because I want to make the first alloy, which is going to be, well, in case you didn't know, iron and coal equals steel. So if you take a look at this Stationpedia, but before that, let's just keep smelting. There, let's just go for copper next. Oh, we are out of power. That's fine. We should have... Yeah, the black hole is cresting. And the shadow is moving, and We have sunlight and we are charging. Good. Now we can start smelting again. Okay, let's just turn this one on back, and there we go. So, yeah, we ran out of power, so we need to restart this one. Sorry, no. Not furniture kit. Where is it? Yeah, furnace kit. There we go. Unfortunate, but oh well. By the way, tools. This one can go into the portable. This one's fine. The miner. Okay, that one should be finished in a second. But first, copper is done. You can go there. Let's do the gold next, I suppose. Although we might want to save the gold for the furnace. Yeah, I think so. Okay, you are charging almost full. You are 1/3 of the way there. Okay, so these guys are done. You can go into this one, you can go into that one. And in fact, let's just recharge the suit battery. So you are done, you are done. Charge the suit battery next. Okay then. What's next? The furnace is next, obviously. Where do we want to put it? I think I will... Yeah, first I will expand the base, and then I will put it somewhere. Maybe right in front of the door. That should be fine, for the time being at least. We will not operate these kind of machines automatically for a while. By the way, automation in this game is king, so we will do a lot of automation eventually. Also, that one's finished. Smelt, please. Wait. Did I not start another smelt? Well. So this one is done. Now, what do we need to finish building this one? Because I do believe... No, don't make another one. So for the furnace, there you are. We need 4 iron sheets. Okay, so that is going to be the next one. Iron sheets. Please start making these real quick. And we also need them for the frames outside. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16, 20 altogether. That's half of it already. You can go into the auto lathe and we can start smelting this one, I suppose. Also, I don't know why these ores are getting damaged. They really shouldn't, because it's not hot outside when we are mining, so I don't know why they are getting damaged. Oh well, I suppose, I do believe as soon as they are smelted, they should go back to 100%, so I don't think it's a big problem. Anyways, you can stop now. And yeah, that's fine. There we go. Overproduced a little bit, but we will need these eventually. So there it is. And we will also need an active vent and some pipes. So let's go ahead and empty this one out. Also, don't forget to adjust the, the solar panel. Right now it is midday. So let's go for 75%. Sorry, 75 degrees. Yeah, that should be fine. So this one is empty. Let's just put all these resources into the pipe bender. And we need one active vent and a couple of pipes and a passive vent as well. Yeah, so we need a lot of stuff. So anyways, vent. Make the active vent first and then the passive vent next.
Power critical.
Yeah. There we go. That's done, and a bunch of pipes. Yeah, can you please start when making these? Okay, for the time being, I will just put the steel materials here and we will come and pick them up when we need them. They are fine there now. Okay, I don't really remember exactly how many of these pipes we need. Let's just go for 10 should be enough. So there we go. Okay, you can turn off. You are fine now. Let's just keep charging the large battery for the suit just in case. Okay, so now we should have enough for the frames at least. Next, the walls. So how many walls do we need? Let me see. We will push this one out, and that one. So we need 1, 2, 11 maybe. Let's just overproduce if we can. So once again, this one empties out. And yes, we are not actually having sounds inside the base because it is a vacuum, so we don't hear the clanging of the resources as they land on the floor. So can you give me some walls? Iron walls, please. It doesn't matter if you overproduce, it's fine. Okay, you can go into the printers. You can come with us. There. Let's just make 15, I suppose, just to be on the safe side. We don't need the frames anymore. Or, okay, we will need the frames, but not right now. There. How are you doing? You are 87%, almost there. That should be enough. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. So let's just pick these up. There we go. You go on the stack there. Okay, we should be okay. Yes, we will start the heavy breathing for a little bit, but yeah, to preserve our resources, it will have to be done. So you are 91%, that's good enough. Into the suit, and let's just capture the rest of the evening sun or evening black hole. Yeah, that will do. So speaking of the black hole, it is still a little bit too high up, so I don't want to go out just yet. Yeah, you know what? No, I don't want to eat. I don't want to waste too much of our stuff. Yeah. By the way, are we actually counting correctly? Yes, okay, I think we are good. Just to be on the safe side, I will print some more sheets and we will call that good enough. Now, to expand the base, we will have to open it to the elements, so we will need to vacuum it out once more, but that is a very small price to pay. Plus, we will do it at night, so it will not be too egregious. Anyways, let's just go ahead and stack this one up to maximum, maybe. One stack of iron frames is going to be 50, if I remember correctly. So 2 more. Okay, that should be good enough. So we don't need the iron frames right now. That's fine. How is the black hole? I think it's low down enough. Okay then. So let's see. Close this one and we can open this one now. And it is, yeah, 300, almost 400, but yeah, it is cooling now. So let's finish up the base extension first. Okay, that's good enough. And then we need to break the base open. Unfortunate, but has to be done. there, and then we need to pick up the walls and then put them back, but this time this way. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, let's wall ourselves in once again. And we are enclosed. Now, don't put that one in there, please. That one is super precious because this is our only source of water for the time being. So we do not want to waste that one in there. Okay, so I think in the next episode we will deal with the furnace. For now, let's just open the base of the open air, and I will place down the furnace. There we go. I will put it, let me see, this way. Yeah, I think this one looks correct. Yeah, I think this will do. Okay, might as well put some frames under it, just to be, you know, a bit more organized. There we go. Now we have a nice little porch. Might as well weld it up as well, but this one is going to be outside, so this one will be welded only one time. So it is not airtight, but we can walk on it. And there we go. Okay, don't waste the fuel. And I think this should be fine. Okay, so we need the wrench for the first stage. There, and then we need the welding torch. Good. So, we have the furnace. We don't need the iron sheets anymore. Let's just put the inputs and outputs together. There, and the E-piece there. I will put first, let's put the vent, but with a handle. Let me see, pass through, no, valve, that's it. This is what we will use to empty this one out. And then the active vent there. Okay, let's hook these together. So you go that way and that way, and basically just hook them together. Okay, so the only thing missing now is power for the active vent. Good, let me see, I think, yeah, we can use this one. Oh geez, it is so weird that we don't have all those resources that I'm used to. We really need to basically build everything from scratch. It is kind of nice, actually. Okay, so this one is good now. In fact, okay, before we say goodbye, let's make the first alloy, which is not going to be steel. It is going to be solder, if I can find some lead. I do believe I did see some, but I don't remember where exactly. Because this is going to be a good enough atmosphere for lead. Sorry, for solder. So might as well show you how it works. That's nickel. That's copper. Oh, there you are. Okay, so let's just go ahead and mine a little bit of this one. But don't fall into the lava, obviously. Okay, overmined a tiny bit, but that's fine. So let's go to the surface. There. Where's the base? Where's the base? Where's the base? Yeah. As I've said, Vulcan nighttime is a little bit dark. Ah, there you are. Whew, that was lucky. Okay, so do we have power? Yes, we do. Okay. So all we need to do is put a stack of iron into the furnace. Why are you not going in? There you are. And then put a little bit of gas inside. That's enough. And it should start processing it. Not quite. A little bit more. Is it closed? It is. Okay. Okay, it is processed now. That's good. And then put the solder inside. Wait until that one is processed. That's good. And now let's take a reading. So this one, stop and pause. So for solder, there we need at most 277 degrees Celsius and basically 1 megapascal. So what do we have in the furnace? We have good temperatures, good pressure, but too high temperatures. So let's empty this one out. Yeah, I know. Dangerous. Too much pressure. Okay, managed to save it. So it is now good. Close this one. Can you please get closed and put the gases inside? Okay, put this one away, please. Thank you. Okay, should be okay now as soon as the pressure is up. And there we go. Stop. Green light on this button. We have solder, our first alloy. Okay, let's go inside, close the door and start vacuuming. This one, please. Okay, so yeah. In the next episode, we will go ahead and make some steel.
Hunger critical.
I know. In fact, fine. Before we say goodbye, now is actually time to eat. So there, let's just take out a fresh set of Lunchables. That will do. So you stop for a second. That's good. And close this one. Empty this one out. Oh, sorry, empty the... Oh, geez. I think I made a mistake. Yeah. I just put volatiles and pollutant into the waste pipe. Thankfully, it should be cold enough to not light on fire, but still not great. Okay, we need to get rid of it. Eventually, not right now. For now, it is a vacuum, so let's just eat. That was a big mistake. But not fatal, I think. Anyways, food and water. And eat and drink. Okay, now we can start vacuuming again. And active vent goes this way. Open this one. You know what? Let me just check what is the ratios of these gases inside. Yeah, too high volume of volatiles, so I don't want to risk it. This one has to be emptied out. Fine, I don't like it, but has to be done. Let's just close this one and start venting this one out. Yeah, we are burning off the oxygen. Very not happy about it, but unfortunately cannot be helped. Okay, that's fine now. You can stop and you can continue venting out the base. Very not good. But I think it was only 1 or 2 emptying of the waste tank, so it's not the end of the world. But anyways, we really need to say goodbye right now because we are way over time. But in the next episode, we will go ahead and make some steel. So might as well pick up the resources for it. And the solder can go here for now. For this one, we need to make the electric splinter. In fact, can I make it right now? No, we don't have power. Alright, I didn't turn this one around. Yeah, we need to be on top of these kind of things. In fact, this one needs to be more like this. So yeah, we will pick things up in the next episode. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.